morning, guys. So I don't actually work at my work's booth today, so I don't have to be in at a certain time. So I'm kind of just taking my time getting ready. Haven't done my hair yet, but I decided to not shampoo it. I know I said yesterday, I was like, oh, I might just wash it real quickly, but this morning I was just like, oh, then I have to dry my hair and everything, so I decided not to. And I mean, it's not oily at all, really. I don't even need to use cornstarch, so I'm just gonna kind of fix up some of the curls, I think, and that'll be it. All right, I am now all ready to go. Got my necklace on and my hair curled. And what was I about to say? Oh yeah, there's like a little almost hole in my cardigan. And so I think I'm just gonna bring some thread and a needle and I'm gonna stitch it when I'm in line for the Q&A because I don't wanna waste the time to do it right now. So I might as well do it while I'm waiting. And I think I'll bring my DS as well because I wanna get in line in advance. But there's another celebrity who's an hour before his and it's the same room, so like I could potentially be in the wrong line, but like I could just let people pass. Like I don't know how that's gonna work. Like, can I only line up an hour in advance, or can I line up with all the other people and then they go into the room and I don't? I wait outside for the other line? Like, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But first I'm gonna see if I can buy a ticket for the photo booth before the Q&A, because the photos are after the Q&A, but I want to see if I can buy one beforehand just to like make sure I don't miss out or something. I don't know. I'm wearing these bad boys, spiky wedge boots. Oh yeah. So it's overcast again, which kind of sucks because you don't get to see the pretty mountains. I just want all the visitors who are in town for the convention to see the pretty mountains, but whatever. I'm not wearing a jacket because I don't want to carry it around. They do have coat check, but I don't want to use that. But it's actually really nice out, so I'm hoping it doesn't rain. It did rain yesterday when I left the convention. It was also really windy, and my umbrella kept flipping inside out. It was embarrassing, but yeah, it's actually pretty nice out, so I didn't even really need a jacket. Alright, so I just purchased my photo op for Tom Felton well in advance, so we're good to go. The only downside is it is cash only, and so I have like 30 bucks left to spend throughout the convention. So part of that is probably going to be food. I mean, I have like a couple granola bars and an apple, and I could live off that for the day, but in terms of merchandise, unless a booth takes Visa, I only have cash. Like, I don't have my debit card because I lost it, so. And it looks like there's already people lining up for Tom Felton. Like, it's 10:30 in the morning, like and I'm talking about lining up for autographs, which I don't need to do since I did that yesterday, but I wonder if he's coming out soon, because I might lurk. But I kind of want to get in line for the Q&A, although it's not until 1, so I've got a little while yet before I need to line up. So I think I'll just walk around and look at some of the booths and look at all the things that I can't buy. It's a 3D printer. That is so cool.
I think it's 1,000. I'm not sure what the bigger one is.
I'm assuming that there's like a camera inside, so that's how they pictures.
This is made of Lego. Holy crap. Oh my god, it's Emmett and Wild Style. So I've been wandering around the artist alleys and stuff, and I was looking for art books because I really don't have room for any more prints on my walls. There were some cool mermaid ones, but I was like, I have no room for those. So I decided to get an art book. And what's awesome also about art books is it's a lot of artwork. Like, it's maybe the price of 2 or 3 prints, but you get a whole bunch of artwork. You just can't display it on your wall. But I really don't care. So I got this, and thank God this guy had one of those little square things you can plug into a mobile device to accept Visa and stuff, because I had 30 Canadian dollars left and 10 American dollars, and this was $40, so I was like, I had just enough if I combined both currencies. So he's like, oh, I accept like Visa and stuff. I was like, oh, thank God, that's the last of my cash. So yeah, this is his art book. There's his name, and it's super sweet. I love art books, and he has amazing art. Not many people had art books, so I was really surprised. I was considering getting this other girl's art book, but it's just like, I don't know, like all the pictures almost look the same. It was like a gorgeous hardcover for $35, but like the characters had like the exact same expression in every picture. Like I don't know, it's like almost like the same photo repeated throughout the book. So I was like, maybe I won't get that. So decided to go with this guy's instead, and it's super, super nice. So yay! Look at this one, mermaid creature, and it's all blue and pink. Check it out, you guys. Mini donuts. So scary. The bird.
My name is Mark Walters. I am one of the men behind the Dallas Comic-Con, which was recently acquired by Fan Expo. So I am now up here in Vancouver, and you have a wonderful, beautiful place. It's so wonderful to visit here. So I'm very proud to be here. Thank you. Totally not worth that. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out today. It's my great pleasure. I've actually done a Q&A with Tom once before, so it's really cool to be back up here on stage with him again. And I'm telling you, you guys are going to have fun. So we're going to get through as many questions as we possibly can. We've already queued everybody up, so don't even bother going over there because we've gotten as many people up there as we can. But this is going to be really fun, and I know I don't really need to introduce him anyway, but he's really cool, and he's a really, truly nice guy. So it's a pleasure to introduce Mr. Tom Felton. And you've been meeting fans all over the world. How's your experience been here in Vancouver and the fans that you've
Delightful. You people are a delightful bunch, so thank you very much. You seem to be as excited as the most excitable and polite as the politest. So I appreciate it. It makes it a lot easier and more fun for me when you guys are like that. So I'd just do conventions here if I had the choice.
Walking down the street, do people recognize you a lot, and do they yell out Tom or Draco? What do you get most often when you go out in public?
Some people have booed me on the street. I don't know what to do. Yeah. It used to trouble me as a child, but now I think it was a compliment now. Yeah, not that bad to be honest with you. I'm quite lucky that I looked a little bit different to my character, so only the real hardcore fans usually spot me. I've had a few interesting encounters with people on the subway back in London, and it's always bizarre when it's a quiet elevator or a quiet train and someone shouts out Malfoy, or even worse, they start throwing spells at you. I never know how to react. Just try and smile and wave back. Generally speaking, they're all pretty lovely. They're a lovely bunch.
Hi, my name's Katie.
Hey, Katie.
Okay, so I have a really kind of random question that I heard a rumor of.
Here we go.
Okay. So I heard they had to sew your robe pocket shut because you kept sneaking food on set. And I was wondering if that was true and what exactly were you hiding in those pockets?
Absolutely true. Well, I didn't know a lot of these actors were when I first joined up as an 11 or 12-year-old. You don't tend to know who Gary Oldman or Michael Gambon or a lot of these people are. You haven't seen a lot of their work yet, so it's quite nice to meet them and not have a clue. I actually met Gary Oldman for the first 3 times, and I thought he was a janitor. I thought he was taking tours. It was very embarrassing. And then became a huge fan.
Did you spill something on the floor and say, "Could you flip?"
I saw him sort of lurking around. I never saw him cleaning. I just didn't know what he was doing. I had a big fear of Alan Rickman. Not only who plays Snape, not only because of his booming, deep voice, but he can be quite a surly character. He likes to almost stay in sort of Snape mode. And it's always bizarre. I remember looking at the canteen and seeing a few goblins queuing up with their lunch trays, and then Alan Rickman behind in his big cloak. That was a very surreal picture. But he's a lovely guy. Actually, it just took a while. It took me about 4 or 5 years to say anything more than "Good morning, Alan." He was a very sweet guy, and he's got a wicked sense of humour. As far as people, they all taught me loads, and I have nothing but warm memories of working with all of them. But Michael Gambon, who played Dumbledore in the last 3 or 4 films, was a hell of a lot of fun, and although his performance is very compelling, he really didn't take himself too seriously at all. I mean, I was stashing food in my robe pockets, as we've already discovered, and he was sneaking cigarettes in his beard. I'm pretty sure he had a hip flask on it at some point. He made it a lot of fun and sort of relaxed us all, so I was very nervous about working with him one-on-one.
If you were going to prank call somebody, who would it be?
Daniel.
Okay.
He never answers his bloody phone anyway, so the air just seems cleaner, doesn't it? As soon as I got off the plane, I felt this is fresh, clean air, and I like your weather as well. It's kind of English. But it still seems nicer somehow. It seems less grey. It seems more, I don't know, luscious. It seems like you have some nice forests and stuff. So, yeah, I'm already targeting any film or TV project that shoots here in the next year, so I can come back.
Hi. Hello. So I was wondering if you've read any of the Draco-related fan fiction or heard of any of it.
What's she talking about, Tom?
I know.
We got the same question in Dallas.
Yeah.
Same response.
Fan fiction is always, I mean, I'm torn, to be honest with you, because I'm very pleased and excited that it's enabled you to be creative and to write your own stories and pictures. The subject and notion of the stories and pictures is a little more questionable, but it's creative nonetheless. So I'm very pleased, genuinely, that people are excited enough to go and do their own work. A little freaked out when they involved me and Daniel fornicating or whatever. So. They can both agree that they weren't real. At least we didn't take pictures that night. So yeah. Actually, I think my brother had that as a screensaver on his phone for about 3 years. Very embarrassing.
Hi, my name's Chloe.
Hey, Glenn.
I met you earlier and you shook my hand, and I was just wondering, how do you get your hand so soft? Pretty amazing.
Thank you. I'm glad you noticed, because it's a tough regime every night. 2 or 3 hours, I soften these bad boys.
And big hand for Tom Felton.
Thanks very much.
So the Q&A was super funny. What I realized though is that my camera can't record more than 10 minutes at a time, so it like would shut off in the middle of him answering stuff, and I'm like, no, stop. But yeah, I recorded the whole thing, so if you want to see the rest of the Q&A, click the link in the video description to see the full Q&A video. So it's 2 p.m. photos with Tom are at 3. I don't think there's a lineup yet, but like there is a line, but I think that's for someone else. I'm gonna ask a volunteer or something maybe just to make sure I get in on time. But yeah, just 1 hour till photos, and then I'm probably just gonna go home after that. I don't know, I might look around at the Artist Alley booths again just one more time, but gonna peace out. There's a lot of people watching me because the lineup is right behind me, and it's kind of embarrassing. That's okay. Alright guys, I'm heading back home. Just got my photo taken. And it was really annoying. I mean, the photo turned out okay. There's so many things that could have gone wrong, but I mean, overall it's okay, but I don't really like my expression or anything. Because it was basically as soon as you look at the camera, it's like, snap, photo. And I'm like, oh, I was smiling and everything, but there was like no time to prepare. Like you had a chance to fix yourself up ahead of time, but then once you stood there and looked at the camera, like, no, it was like, picture, done, go. So it was kind of stressful, but I'll show the picture when I get back home. Okay guys, inside this book is the picture. I look stupid in it. Like I said, there's like no time to prepare. Like as soon as you look at the lens, they're like, snap, and I'm like, wait. Give me a chance to like suck in and get my smile just right, and like, God, I wasn't even gonna smile with my mouth open, but I did out of fear of the quickness of it all. Okay, here we go. I don't know, and for some reason, like, look at under my lip, there's like a weird shadow. It almost looks like I'm sticking out my lip with my tongue, but I was not. But like, that happens sometimes in photos, and it looks like, I don't know how that happens. I get this like weird shadow under my mouth. But I mean, overall it's not too bad, but like also just the shadows along here look weird. It makes my face look a little deformed and like ripply. I don't know. But that's the photo. Oh, there's my hand. Oh, look, Christian, I put my hand on his waist.
So
Nope.
did I.
You weren't even there.
That's
Nice try. So, photo, autograph. This, $50. This, well, this is technically 70, but I paid 80 so I could get a digital copy of it emailed to me. That is ridiculous. But what I want to know is, does all that go to him, or does the convention pay him to come, and then they keep a good chunk of the profits and only some of it goes to him? That's what I would want to know, is like, do they pay him to come, or is all his profits off of this stuff? I don't know how it works, but yay, it was fun. So we watched Once Upon a Time. Towards the end, I was kind of nodding off, and then as soon as it was over, I just fell right asleep right there on the couch. And I don't know how long I was asleep, but it was probably almost 2 hours. So I'm going to start editing because I have 2 videos to edit. I want to edit the vlog and then the Q&A thing. I mean, the Q&A thing will be quick to edit unless I actually watch through the whole thing, which I kind of do want to do, so I know which parts to include in the vlog. But to edit it quickly, I could just toss in the clips, really. I don't need to watch through it all, but it'll take a while to export before I can upload it, since it's going to be a long video. But I want to get started on that stuff. I can like barely even open my eyes. I slept with my contacts in. That's never a good idea. Anyways, yeah, today was a pretty fun day. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching the second half of the Fan Expo vlog. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Well, I went to go get a photo, and I went to the front where you're supposed to buy your pictures. I just didn't know if you had to buy your pictures before or after. And a guy said, oh, you pick up your photos over here. And I said, no, I haven't gotten a photo taken yet. And he said, okay, then go around to the other side and line up. So that's what I did. I waited in the line, and then I was at the front of the line to get the picture taken. And the guy's like, where's your ticket? And I was like, they didn't, like, I was told to just come and line up. And he's like, no, you have to have a ticket. And then I said, well, is there time for me to go to get a ticket? And he said, well, maybe if you hurry. So I went, bought a ticket, went back, and they're like, yeah, sorry, Tom Felton left.